Welcome to part 2. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. So I select this, and this edge. I went into edit mode, by the way. E and Z, hold control. There we are. So we snapped, extruded this one down. This is obviously not correct, but if this ground plane is much bigger, it's going to cover this up anyway. Here we have 2 steps. Okay, easy to do. We will start with a cube. This cube I will bring over and then move along the X, hold control and snap, along Y, hold and snap, there. Then I go into edit mode, face select, this one goes down, hold control, snap, and I would like to know the length. Look at this. Now if I select this, there, see, this is 0.75, which is actually not correct. So this goes up, snap to there. Perfect. There we are. So this bottom place, I moved actually up right and snapped to there. And because when I move this one face, the other edge adjusts, you can see that I get an instant readout. Now I can move this a little bit, hold shift, and then it goes slower, and 0.607. There we are. Beautiful. This edge, face, we delete. This face, here we can turn this off. We subdivide. Then this face I delete. Select the 3 faces. We can go into this view, Z, wireframe, E down, there we are. Beautiful. I left the edit mode too. Okay, so I can call this steps. In top view, we also see that there's 1 and 2 ramps. How do we do the ramps? The ramps are actually pretty easy. Before we continue, go to edit mode, preferences, add-ons, and then here type in tiny cat. You see tiny cat. Turn this on. And we'll show you how we're going to use this. Now in edit mode for this floor, I can select, for example, all these lines here, you see. And then I move all this over, I hold control and snap it right to there. There you see where it is. Okay. Then let's turn on the views again, go into the top view, Z and wireframe. And now E and Y, this goes to there. Okay. And then Z and wireframe, E and Y, maybe to here for the moment. Very good. So let's take a look at this piece. So we need 1 edge here and 1 edge there, and then we need to combine this. So how do we, what's maybe an easy way to do this? So K, click, and this is the Y-axis, so I press Y and click and enter. K, click Y, click and enter. Now, I want to work a little bit clean. So this, I move over and snap, and then I press G and X -1. So move along the X-axis, but -1 meter. This, I move over, snap. This is positive X, GX1. So you see, I kind of like move these 2 edges left and right equally apart. It's kind of like basic geometry. Then Z wireframe, go to the top view, and now I press scale, but along the X-axis. So I pressed X and click. So this is not 100% matching. Okay, here, this is perfect. Good. So how do we continue now? So this edge and this edge is incorrect. I'm going to remove these 2 edges. This face, sorry, this edge and this edge needs to be filled. So I press F. Okay. Yeah, how do I do now the rest? So I could click this and F and ooh, Not good. U and U, F. But then I have kind of like, as you can see, that's not good either. Okay, this is now where this tiny cat comes in very handy. These two lines touch each other perfectly. Select them, right click, tiny cat. And we could say, yeah, intersect all. Zock. U and U. Right click, the same. Zock. So what happened? A lot of faces were gone. So Alt H, I'm hiding everything else in object mode. Now I went back into edit mode, and you see now how I am selecting all the edges. And yeah, I'm filling in the missing faces with the F command. No? Zock, zock, zock. This actually I leave right now because that will be dealt with differently. There. And here. Beautiful. So this way, actually, this whole ramp has one and the same angle, which is good. And we also have kind of like here a line that connects it. So I mentioned here this line we don't really touch because this edge I will delete. And here, okay, so here, right click, subdivide. At this point, I move over and connect it to there. You see now how this connects there. Or I could even say delete this point. I have still these two lines here, which is good. And now the next step is kind of important. So click, 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 click. Oh, what's going on here? There's an artifact. Okay, A. And clean up by distance. Good. Then U, select. Okay. And then Shift D and Y along the Y axis, and then snap. Nope. I'll go to here, move back, snap there, then there it works out. Now this edge doesn't work, so I delete this edge. A, one more time. Select everything, and we do a cleanup. So I'm gluing all these pieces together. Now in a program like SketchUp, this gluing happens automatically, which very often can be really useful. It can also be a complete curse. So here we do this manually. It's actually only SketchUp that does it automatically that way. So there, everything you see is selected, and I just F fill that in. Perfect. This and this I can delete now because this will be along the wall. Very good. Yeah. So U and U. There will be another ramp coming in. So how can we maybe copy this ramp in there? Let's see. Z and wireframe. With B, I select all this. Shift D, make a copy, move this around. G, yeah, okay, get this maybe closer. G, yep, then it worked out. Very good. I select this edge here and say, yeah, delete this edge. Yeah, also select all this, L, and hide. Because honestly, this I need to remove for the moment, so it makes life easier. Delete edge. Alt H, show everything else. Very good. Now this is good. E and X, and I float this over to there. What's this edge doing here? Yeah, you can go for the moment. You shall be excused. Goodie. Then also here, this, and this edge I select and delete. You see how I'm actually opening up spaces, and now I'm filling this in. And Z, sorry. B, select all this and this and this. Very good. This now has to move over. So Shift D and Y, hold Control. There we are. Very good. H. H because this edge I do not want. Alt H. Okay. Also this edge here I want to delete. Okay. We're in pretty good shape. This edge I delete too. And now A. And mesh and cleanup. Where is it? Cleanup. There. Good. There. Thank you. Flop. Because of the cleanup now, I know I can very easily just, as you see, it's kind of like color by numbers. I'm patching in all the missing geometry. There, I leave this. Here, this piece is missing. So this point E and Z go up, hold Control and snap. Zack, zack, fill, zack, 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 fill. This will be a big step going down. Oh, this point is missing. E and Z down, hold Control there. Zack, 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 zack. F, U, and U and U, F. U not, but hey, U to F. There is that place filled in. You see? As I said, it's really color by number. This is also really good polygon modeling training. Now, zack, 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 fill. Then this is actually easy here. We can have multiple points, make an n-gon. Okay. I have a funny edge here. Oh, I selected the wrong points. Not you. U. F. Oop. Y. Okay. U, and U, and U, and U. F. Okay. Yeah, that's the way this should be. I'm just going to double check because I had the feeling something was rotated and it was. So there we can see this has to go over and go down. Very nice. Wow. Some points there again don't really line up. Okay, but this is a good moment again to show you in a second how we can then clean this up and then we massage everything to go into that shape we want. Oh, maybe that's like when you click on the white ring, you can move it. Maybe this is what happened in my case. So F, I fill this in. No, tuk, tuk, tuk. And U, and U, and F. Thank you, and this is good. The rest is fine. This is also good. Yeah, we had kind of like rebuild that place. In object mode, Z and wireframe, this is all good. Now there we can see there are some slight hiccups. Okay, edit mode. This point, no, I will move up and snap, move over and snap. There it's back. This one along the y-axis and snap. But the rest is good. Yeah. There we are. Technically speaking, I think these edges we could even select and say dissolve. We might not even need those. So you see then we have nice and flat panels. This we want to clean this up a little bit more. I think even there, yeah. What about this? Yeah, and you maybe? Oh yeah. Did it. And you probably too. Yeah. Suck, 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 suck. Ah, see, not always. These purple, yeah, these don't work. Okay, we don't want to overdo it. But this is actually pretty fantastic. Now, let's take a look at the building. And does this all fit? Yeah. This looks pretty good. So the ground plane is kind of like done, including the two ramps. Then we can show all the rest again. And hey, how are you doing? Very good, thank you. Back to work. The last thing to put in as a guide is we have here 1, 2, 3. There are like some support elements, and then there are interior walls, which we won't really follow as much. But these support beams really make sense, and they also add an interesting architectural element. So Shift A, plane, move this one to here, go to there, and then tab edit mode, bring this over, tab. How wide is this? 0.3. Yeah, so 0.3, and then we will say right click origin. Now, this I would like to move down and snap. Very good. Edit mode, A. Select everything, E, extrude up, tab, and snap. So now it's a question. To what degree is our model actually correct? Oh, look at that hole here. Well, we have to move this over. Totally forgot. To what degree is our model correct? To what degree does it really matter? So this one here, I move over and line this up nicely with that piece. So since we did this, let's prevent anybody falling off into nowhere. So yeah, I selected all these edges, move, snap, there. Very good, leave edit mode. Then we can go into top view. There's this piece again. So we have 1, 2. We could do, I will do it this way. I will actually make myself an array, 3 pieces. So I would like this maybe to be nice and even, and there. Because then I can snap it right to that part. There you see, fits perfectly. And then because this is an array, the distance is good. Okay. Little geometry trick. Let's say we make this to 0 and I bring this over and then I say, hey, 4. Whoop, I go the opposite way and then I hold shift till it kind of like maybe sinks in there. Okay. So this would be the wall and now just 3. So then the spacing is, if I'm not 100% incorrect, the same. I just added a cube because I very quickly want to see if now we do a snapping. Just don't do this, just watch. If I'm snapping this to there and then move this to there, okay. Shift D X. Yep. Shift D X. Yep. There, you see, perfect. Okay, now how can we do the rest on here? We will make a Shift D, move this up. This we set to 0, bring over, bring to there, move this down. So I'm snapping this onto these elements. Back to point select. This has to go a little bit higher. So Z in wireframe, Z in shaded mode, zack, there. Yeah, where is this piece sitting? Whoa, sorry for the crazy roller coaster thing. There we are. Okay, so this is at this edge, which means when we pull pieces out, yeah, I can position them nicely along these openings. So here I will not do an array. Shift D and X, Shift D and X. I will move these pieces, Shift D and X actually by hand. So this one, a move along X and then snap to there. This one, a move along X and then snap to there. Are they actually on the ground? Yeah, they are. Very good. And then we have, oh, hello there. You're a little bit short. What about we make you taller? Whoop, and there we are. Thank you. But I'm actually not that tall. I was just on a different plane already. Okay. Now we make you less tall. There. Move that up. Adjusted the height. Snap. Shifty X. Snap. And then while we are here, Shifty and snap. There and then there. How can we position one that's maybe in the center? Let's see. Do we want to have one piece there in the center? Maybe. Is there actually a piece? Let's see. Oh, is not. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But there's one in between. How do we do the in between? This is actually maybe another last good exercise. So I select this one and this one. Shift S, cursor to selected. And look at that, the cursor's right there. Now this one can Shift D and this object center, I snap to there. Shift S, selection to cursor. So now this is nicely evened out. Okay, so Shift A, make a camera. Move this camera to here. This camera I'm snapped down onto the ground and now I can GZ 1.7. So 1 meter 70 centimeters, kind of like maybe average height. R rotate maybe -90. Control 0. Z and solid. Oh, look at that. Looks like a Battlestar Galactica starting hangar or something. Yeah, pretty cool. No? Can move this around. Very good. Yeah. So we could add more walls to it to close the space more. Let's do a very quick exercise. How can we put very quickly maybe a glass, kind of like a door in here? So Shift A, cube, G, snap. Okay, that's good. Snap to the correct position. And then this face, I will look from below and hide the ground. There, and then I can bring this one in, suck, there, select this, bring this over, select this, bring this down. There we are, show me the floor, yeah. Actually, I moved this one up, leave edit mode, select my ground. I need to select the line that defines here. This is this piece for the the opening for the wall. This I will now really snap right under the floor. There's an overlap, but that's fine because this will be hidden by, well, the door. Okay. So now we have actually a nice frame. Face select this inside face, we delete all the points. We can select this and now check this out. Control R, 2 cuts. Control R, 1 cut. Maybe down. GZ 2. So this is actually 2 meters. No, 2 meters. GZ 0.5. So like a 2 meter 50. Pretty wide, pretty tall door. Length. This is a meter. Not too much. Let's say we would like to have a double door. Then if we would like to have a double door, maybe these we remove, dissolve edges. Okay, Control R, 1. And now I'm moving my mouse wheel. You see how I have now 3 cuts. Click and then escape. Now this I can select and dissolve. Now I have 1 door, 2 door, 47, but both together is a meter, meter 40. So this might be kind of okay. If this is still, if we don't want to have this to be evened out, we can also select these two, S and X, scale them further apart till, for example, now we see each of these lines is a meter. Okay, very good. Now, how do we frame this? That's easy. So I select this and I 0.1. That's like 10 centimeters. It's a lot. Backspace 0.5, 5 centimeters. That is okay. Select this face. I 0.05. Okay, select this. I 0.05. I 0.05. So I'm using the insert or offset. I 0.05. Okay. Yeah. That can be quite okay. So we have a bigger frame on top. This is like a double thing. Yeah, technically speaking, maybe this edge I would like to lift up. But we keep it the way how it is. That's all good. So no, face select. You. I would like those to be extra. That is mesh separate. So as an extra object. They're gone. I can't select them anymore. This is actually now my frame. This is good. Now I can rotate this. This is all fine. But when I select this frame now, that has no scaling. Very good. And solidify. We make you 5 centimeters. Which direction did you go? That direction. Let's say you go 6 centimeters. Okay. Right click, origin. Thank you. Select this one, right click, origin. This should be glass. So we make this solidify 1 centimeter. Offset is 0. And now this should be centered. No, this is 6 centimeters. This has to go along the y-axis minus 0.03. There. Perfectly fits it. So this is actually when the door frame sits on the outside. If we would like this to be more in the inside, you can just move this over to there. There. Now, if this artifact thing here with the wall is again bothering us, no, not the wall here. We can also move this down a little bit. If we hide the floor, we see there's a tiny gap, but okay. Very good. No, this doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Okay, so how do we very quickly with the same method maybe create a window wall here? I will go to here and we can duplicate it. So 3D cursor, click, hold Control, snap. Then I will go add and cube. Move this up, move this down. I'm going to squeeze the cube to 6 centimeters there. And this has a scale factor, so I'm going to apply this. Then I bring this over and edit mode, face select this, bring this over. We are snapping. Oh, this was not flush. Please be flush. Thank you. Edit mode, select the top face, bring this up. There we are. Nice. Thank you. And now we will select this and this, yeah. Let me show you another trick. We can say X and delete these faces. Now I have this frame left. Now this frame, I can actually, via the modifier shrink, we say maybe 6 centimeters. Okay. Even thickness. Yeah, thank you. And then, yeah, right click and origin to center. How do we do the fill there? Okay. Again, Shift A. But Shift S, cursor to select, you see it goes right to the center, and then cube. Here now Y, we want this to be just a centimeter. So I'm now physically building this piece. And then I say apply scale, edit mode. I select this face and this face. S and X, I could scale them. Or what will be easier is to make this snapping work correctly. There. I select each face and then snap this down. There we are. Cool, no? And I can select this and this. No, wait, you and you. No, you and you. They should be the same pieces. So Alt D and X, hold control there. Nearly in. See, needs to be a little bit tighter. Maybe it's going to be a better fit here because this is a clone. I know this base is perfect and this because of the modifier. This distance is not 100%. So what I will do here in this case now is Shift D and X, bring this over. And then how do I fix this? Easy with both objects selected. Tab, point select, Z and wireframe. AA, nothing selected. B, select this, bring this over and snap. Okay. So these are exactly the same. This is slightly custom configured. This thing now I can select Shift D, hold control, and then really, as you can see, this becomes mass production. AA, select all this. Zack. AA, Z, select the top. Zack. Then there, that is filled. What is wrong there? AA, Z, U. So the snapping was not correct. There. Now it is. Yeah, beautiful. Pretty nice, no? I would say. Then the question is now, what do we put into here? What do we put into there? Maybe here we would like to have one door. Let me show you with this technique we have. Can we also build very easily a door? We will maybe simulate the way how a door could look like. How tall is this piece? 2.6. Okay, so you Shift D and X, bring this over. Then I select this frame. And this frame along the x-axis, I would like to be 40 inches. Look at that. You can actually work metric in inches and it converts it into it. So X is, oh, a meter. Okay, let's say a meter. Very good. Why is this kind of squeeze terrible? Well, because we have a scale factor applied and we're all done. There, bring this over. Then you, yep, all this goes over to there. Okay, origin, and then while these two, Shift D, X, there, with both selected, A, B, select this, and bring this over. There, now we have something that, oh, looks like a door. It's not really a door, hinges and all the stuff is missing. For what we're doing, however, this is perfectly fine. This is good. What's going on there? Interesting how this happened. Again, this is good. This I see this because it shows you how I I don't want to say overlook things, but I work really precise, and there are still sometimes little surprises. So I just snapped all this back. Now this is aligned correctly. Very good. Yeah. So as you know, you can continue this game to an alternative. Maybe one last exercise is how can we actually build maybe an interior drywall, because this was something kind of like a construction that is made out of steel framing glass. So we have, oh, how do we do this? Maybe here we would have these posts. So here I will build in a small room, and then we have these doors. Okay, so two ways how we can do this. Shift A, plane. Where is this plane? There. Okay, bring this plane to here, line this up. I would like this to be flush on this ground. So maybe here this building now a height, and face snap on that face. It is. Thank you. Z and wireframe, edit mode. Select this. What long do we make this? Maybe till here. So let's say it snaps to, it's nicely flat. Come on, there. No, it's flush to there. Okay. Thank you. Actually, I will show you one way. That's the best way even to do. Then we can go into edit mode, select everything, move E and extrude this up. Hold control maybe to there. Yeah, now we have this this face, X and delete face. Select this face, X and delete face. Yeah, how do we give this a thickness? Well, solidify modifier, 10 centimeters. What's actually 5 inches? Okay, so maybe that. It doesn't really matter. Oh, look, it's pretty close. And I would like to have one opening here for maybe a door. How do we do the door? That's easy. Control R, Control R. U and U, there should be a line in between. So K and X and click and enter. This edge we select, delete, and then, well, now we can line these things up wherever we kind of want. Oh, you see how this is terrible now? Complex. There, fixed it. Thank you. Can bring this one to there. Point select A, B. Bring this to there. There would now be the door. Yeah, what's the height? When I move this one down there, you can see there's the readout. We can quickly change this maybe to imperial. So this should then, no, not feet. Show me inches. Let's maybe go 80 inches as a reference. So 2 meters something. Okay. And the same way how we built, for example, the window frame, we could very easily build the door. We can even copy and paste this in. Oh, that's that's a huge door I built there. Okay. There. Edit mode. Z, AA. Select all this. Down. AA. Select this. Maybe to here. Bring this to there. There. Zack. Nearly. The snapping was incorrect. Now, do we have this flush on the outside, or do we want this to be maybe nicely, ooh, centered? Oh, how did this happen? Oh, this is terrible. Okay, wow. Z and Y. Z and Y. Ooh. Okay. I will delete this piece. This is actually really terrible. Sorry. I do not know how this happens. Let me select this one. Oh, they are all actually rotated. Oh, terrible. In case this is the same case with you, if this happened, not a big deal. So I selected all these windows, edit mode, AA, face select you. Oh, why not this one? Oh, there, it's a clone. And then Z and Y. And then I can select the opposite face, S and Y and 0. Now, so I straightened them out. Okay, and maybe center them a little bit. It's a little bit dirty. It's okay. We don't need to spend too much time on this. So here, how do we figure some, we do origin to center, Shift S, cursor to selected. That's actually another way. Shift A, make a plane. Edit mode, RX90. SX, scale this down. SZ, scale this down. And then edge select, snap, 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 snap. This is a sheet. Maybe I should have done sheet rather than the cube. And solidify modifier 0, 1 centimeter there. Okay. So as the last piece, in case all these windows you have here are kind of junk. Okay, let's delete them. And then the same method we can do to rebuild this. So one more time. So there's the center point. Shift S, cursor to selected. Yep, this is perfectly centered. Shift A, plane, tab RX90, SX, and then I move these things. There, there, and then solidify modifier and 1 centimeter. Now this is a custom piece, so origin, Shift D, U, Shift S, cursor to selected, selection to cursor, height is the same. So you see it was less work. Okay, that's also a custom piece. So origin, Shift D, Shift S, cursor to selected, selection to cursor, there. So you see the commands are very much a lot the same. Shift S, cursor to selected, Shift D, Shift S, selection to cursor. Ah, so this is actually not 100% the same. So, but this will adjust this there, go up, and we'll control. Good, but here this should actually be the same. So Alt D, Shift S, cursor to, and it snaps in. And then here, Shift S, cursor to selected, Shift D, Shift S, selection to cursor. But yeah, and then here this edge needs to be moved there. Okay, that was not too much of a repair command. Very, very good. If now this is like an open piece, if we would like to create a structure that is maybe open, we could, for example, Shift D and just do a piece here so you can see how this works. I would then go into edit mode, Control R, there, and remove these edges. Look, now then this is open. You could go in. We could also, well, does everything have to be that high? We can lower this too, no? We could even say Control R. Actually, no, that didn't really work, but it created this terrible point. So I'm dissolving this point. K, click Z, click Enter. To make sure this is clean, SX0. Thank you, Control R. Okay, this works. And delete these points. So you see now we even have a stepping in there. So if we would like to create maybe some sort of privacy, like for the hip area or so. And last configuration, how do we create something like this with, yeah, maybe this being closed and then this piece being open. So the easiest way to do this, to be quite honest, is this way. I will make one piece this way. And then I will go ahead, Shift A, cube, plane, this is somewhere there, bring this over, G, snap, over, snap, thank you. And then delete this edge, bring this over, select everything, E and Z, bring this up maybe a meter there, and then give this the same modifier. By the way, you can select this, shift select this, right click. Is there a link? No, but here's the command, link modifier. Copies the modifier over. So these pieces are separated. The reason why that's actually the best way to do, just for demonstration purpose, if we do something like this, and then here E and X, subdivide and delete face. I mean edge, delete face. Whoa. Delete only face, but keep now the points E and Z. So you see we have this shell. If I do a modifier now, 5 inches and complex, take a look, and I'm going to eat dirt. That works this way too. Now this is actually one piece. Okay. Okay, very good. Let's put in a window. There we have a Peppa Pig playground. Okay. To bring this now to an end, one tiny piece of housekeeping again. See, these triangles, they're not where they should be. They actually go right to there. Or if we take a look at our architectural plans, there they are. Okay, very good. Alt H, show everything, 0 going to the camera. I will hide this, we can keep the door open for it now, and let's do a rendering. And take a look at this, how beautiful this looks. Actually also quite funny. You see that artifact geometry is actually not even there during render time. Now this will be the task or the playground. We're now based on the timeline we use, day, night, from where does the sun come, what light does come in. We also do not have yet the colored windows. What emotions, scenarios can we create? And then via this technique I showed you how to create walls or zones. Well, yeah, create activity zones and fill this space. And then we do the renderings and the lighting plan. So as a final note, as always, tidy things up. So all this here, I will put into with M, new collection. I will call these support walls. Thank you. And then literally everything else here. So this M, new collection, hold on, not all. So for example, B and middle mouse button, B and middle mouse button, not this stuff, but all this stuff, M, new collection. This goes into, let's say, glass, door, wall. Very good. This way we get our thing here really under control, and maybe also our tuck, building. All this goes into one collection too. Let's call this building. Now you see how easy that is. There. Oh, hey, hello there. You go into with M into that layer 2. So now all this could be building I can drag in. Oh, interesting. The hidden objects didn't really move, but this way I moved them. Maybe one here, we call this cameras there, and drag the camera in. Then we can use the rest of the outliner as the playground, where we then, fool around and build our space, make these mock-ups, move these around, and then populate it on the ground. Okay, and that's basically then part 3. See you later.